Welcome, everyone. This is Detective Wolf, and I'm Dr. Carlos. And we wanted to give you some kind of content. So we're going to give you a behind-the-scenes look at what some of the work that we're doing. The first one today is going to be Tu Lam, who's the founder of Ronin Tactics, and he's a former Green Beret, and he's going to be analyzing a sniper scene from the movie Reacher with Tom Cruise. In addition to that, we're going to have episodes coming out with counter hostage taking. We're going to have one tomorrow. Scott Babb from Libre Fighting, an expert on knife combatives, is actually going to analyze a actual knife attack in the Bronx. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at movie scenes, TV shows, social media video clips, and we're going to have experts give us their insight. Sometimes it's going to be one, sometimes it's going to be a panel. And they're going to analyze these situations so we know what's real in life and what's going on. There are a lot of so-called experts online, and this time we're here to bring you the real experts to show you what's really happening. So hopefully you'll enjoy this first clip, and thanks for listening, and make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't already.
Live, this is 3-2 Echo. We are in sector. Gunner up, scanning with thermals. 3. Have visual on enemy armor in the vicinity of the MSR. How copy?
All right, so here we go. This is the movie Jack Reacher in 2012. Again, folks, we're not here to criticize the movie, just to look at it and show what reality is. So Q's going to help us give some insight here. What were you saying about the hand in this position?
I mean, for a sniper, we want the hand underneath the buttstock of the weapon. We usually have a sniper sandbag, a stock full of sand, and basically change the pitch of the elevation. You want minimum contact with that weapon. When I say that is you want to kind of stabilize the weapon as much as possible. How he rode into position, what you want to do is you want to build up that platform and have that gun resting and then move into that position instead of taking the gun and rolling in. Also, if you look at the spotter, he's offset to the right a little bit too far. The spotter, his purpose is to stand almost behind the weapon where the shooter's firing, so he can see the trace from the round. So basically, when the round shoots through the air, the heat from that round is going to produce almost like a trace. If you think about the movie Matrix, right? You'll see the bullet cut through the air. And as a spotter, what I do is based off on the shooter's holds, what I call them, the winds, the elevation, the holds, the expenditure to earth, whatever, based on your distance. And then I'll walk the shooter in. So basically I'll do the range estimate, I'll monitor winds, and I'll tell the shooter what his holds are. So the spotter is the trained guy. He is the expert over the shooter.
Let's see what else we got here.
Six inches right. That's your mulligan, Mr. Ward. Play ball. Let's go.
Well, something happened on that second shot. Now, it's interesting now that I watch the scene, I can see how you're talking about. He's way over here to the right, but I'm not sure how much of a spotter he really was.
Yeah, you won't be able to see trace. But I mean, it's a movie, right? So it's angles. It's what the producer and how he perceived things, the camera angles, the actor and his proficiency on the weapon. That's what we look at. You know what I mean? He has sandbags. He should have sandbagging the gun, but you know, I'm just nitpicking here. But a shell in the ear is not going to provide ear protection on the gun. You know what I mean? So just little things like that. Look on it. You know, you see him messing with the scope. He's changing the windage and elevation windage. In what he's trying to do, you shouldn't be changing that. You should be doing your mil dot reticle holds, you know, on it.
Cease fire! Cease fire! Clear!
Clear.
Them over there.
Sir. What are you seeing here, too?
So, you know, I see a lot of guys bailing out and they're getting online and they're basically sweeping their sector of fire, their kill zone is what we call it. The thing about this, if you want to really employ like military tactics, you want different angles on the vehicle. So you have your guys that are going to advance forward, and then you have a support team. So your support team is usually your B team or A team, and then they move into an L shape of the vehicle. So the vehicle is here. You line up and you move into an L shape of the vehicle. Now you have two angles on the vehicle, right? And then at this time, these guys will shift their sector of fire. So any squirters that come out, that's their sector of fire. And then you have the guys that bound to the right, and now they start sweeping. It's about employing angles, you know, on the vehicle, especially vehicles, because, you know, when you do a vehicle takedown, you have limited view, right, on the vehicle, what's inside the vehicle. So your approach on the vehicle is really important. You have to be able to have support by fire position and the advance forward position. In this movie, they all advance forward.
I'm going to do here, too, is I'm going to slow it down and see what you can see. Slowing it down considerably here. How about the gripping of the gun? Does that look right?
And, you know, guys grip the gun like this. That's not really stable. You want to be able to pull that weapon back into your shoulder pocket. So some of their weapon handling is, you can tell they're actors, you know, so.
Because I know you're big on fundamentals. We talked about on that on our audio podcast. Anything here? Any violations of the fundamental world?
He looks like he's not even looking through the optic there, but it could be a different angle. I mean, so a lot of these calibers. I mean, think about their terrain. This is what I was talking about, Carlos. Is that, you know, look at their terrain, right? What do you see? It's an open desert, right? Why are you going in with a 45 submachine gun? You know what I mean? A submachine gun is only going to get you maybe 100 meters. It doesn't have the penetration. So you want a carbine. You want some optic and some range with some firepower in that terrain, you know?
Oh, that's a great point. Great point. We'll take a little bit more of a look and then we'll wrap up.
Now, you look at his team. See how his team's getting online right here to the police? Now, they're having a standoff. You see it?
Sure.
Nobody is behind cover. Nobody's maximizing terrain. Nobody's utilizing the range on their weapons, right? Because why would I even approach you? I can get behind a vehicle cover position in my optic. With my optics and my range of my gun, I mean, I could hit a guy out to 600 meters. So I don't need to approach him like this. I'm just going to employ angles and the teams on him. And you want to maximize cover and concealment.
Great insight, my friend. I truly appreciate it, taking the time to go through some of these little angles and what we see. Hopefully we can bring you back for more in-depth analysis.
It's been fun, Carlos. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. It's just a sneak peek of what we're going to be up to on Detect the Wolf. Hopefully you enjoy it. We'll bring two back, hopefully, as well, to continue to break down some of these scenes. We're going to have experts from all sorts of fields, knife fighting experts. We're going to have experts in the world of policing, how to detect narcotics, all kinds of things you're not going to want to miss. So make sure you check out the channel, subscribe, hit that bell button, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks, guys.